So in this video I would like to explain the differences between a cup and a disc. So this is a menstrual cup and this is a menstrual disc. You can see here next to each other how it looks like. So a menstrual cup, so imagine that this is your vagina, yeah, so this is like the vaginal canal, so this is, I don't know if that's the way you call it, but so the cup would be here, inside, the same way where a tampon is. So you just put it inside and it stays here like this. Whereas a cup, it will stay on top. So your vagina is actually free and the cup stays here. So here on top is your cervix and this will be right underneath your cervix like this. So this is open here underneath. That's why you're able to have intercourse while you have the disc, because things can enter your vagina, yeah? So and by things I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? And with this or with the tampon you can't, because it's blocked, right? So this is like the main difference in terms of position. Another difference is that the way a cup works is by creating a vacuum inside you. So it will, this thingy here will stick to your vagina, yeah? So your vagina, I don't know the name actually, sorry for the, so it will stick inside to the wall of your vagina so that it does not, nothing can go through, because there is suction there, so nothing can come down, so the period cannot come down, right? It stays inside the cup. Whereas here there is actually no suction. It might even be that the cup is smaller than your cervix, and that's fine because your vaginal canal is much smaller, right? So the cup stays here and it just doesn't let anything go down because it's just covering here, the, so it's like this. I don't know if I'm able to explain properly, I'm sorry. I hope I am. I hope this makes sense. So it's kind of blocked there, see, nothing can pass. The liquid cannot pass, see. But this is not creating any vacuum anywhere, and it's not, so you don't need, it doesn't need to create any vacuum. So that's another difference. So for instance, some people are afraid with the cup that this will suction to the cervix and hurt when you take it out. That would never happen with the disc. Then other differences are when it comes to washing. Some people report that the cups are harder to wash because in order to remove the suction you have these little holes here that you can then use to, when you squeeze it, some air, it's just, you're able then to release the suction and take it out then. And that's why these holes are there. And some people report it's really hard to clean these holes. And here you don't have that, so with a disc is much easier to clean. Then another difference is in how you insert it and remove it. So to insert a cup, you have to actually fold it, so you have to find a way to fold it so that you can put it through your vaginal canal, and then at the same time find a way that when you release it, that it opens and creates that seal, as I mentioned before. Whereas with this, so the way you would insert it, there are many ways to fold it. There is, you can check the internet for many different solutions or ways you can fold it. And so the idea is that you fold it in a way that is easier for you to insert it. And then you insert it and you don't put it much up. So you just insert it and it's a little bit like a tampon kind of, but it even stays a bit more down depending on, of course, on how high your cervix is and everything. So as I explained before, it stays here, right? This one, you actually need to put your fingers inside you and really, um, you know, you have to be more comfortable with your body than with a cup. So the way you do it is you squeeze it like this, and then you insert it, and then after it's fully inside, what I do is I start pushing my finger up, so it will stay like this, right? So I start pushing my finger up until it doesn't go anymore. And of course, you don't. This is like with the tampon, you don't go up. You go a little more like backwards and down, kind of. So it goes a little like this, yeah, the same as with the tampon. And it reaches a point where it doesn't go anymore, and it's when you know it's underneath your cervix. And then you just have to, so then it's already there, so you have your finger here, right? It's already there. And then you just have to push this up, and it will go underneath your pubic bone, which would be around here in my very bad drawing. Uh, if you don't understand what I mean, I recommend you to check a video where they use actually these plastic maquettes where you can really see how a vagina is. So it might be that my hand is not enough to explain it. I hope you can understand a little bit. I'm sorry that I cannot explain it better. So this is how you put it. So as you could see, you had to go much deeper than with this. It's just is more or less kind of like almost at the entrance, not really, but much lower. And then when you remove it, that's also different. So with the cup, you have to, as I said, also another thing with the cup I forgot to mention, you really have to make sure that it's creating a seal. So after you insert it, you have to make sure it's creating a seal, because if it's not, then period will just go through here, right, to the side. So it's not something you want. With the cup, it's you just have to make sure that it's underneath your pubic bone and that it's tucked up there. That's the only thing. Uh, so to remove it, with the cup, you have to press it, so in order to release the suction, so that you can then pull it down. And then the advantage of the cup is that you can actually like just grab it here. You hardly put your finger inside the vagina, right, because it's so low already. And then you release the thingy, right, and then you just bring it down slowly, slowly, slowly. And when it comes out of your vagina, it's just like completely straight. You turn it around, and voila, your fingers are completely clean, or almost, or maybe most people say they are clean. With the cup, with a disc, I personally, and I've been using a disc for many years now, I never managed to take out the disc without making my hands dirty. Um, I also don't think that it's like a massacre, but so what you do is, so this is here, right? And what you do is you have to put your finger here and then pull it down. This one here, because it's the lumma, it has this little string that you can pull down to help it take it out from the behind the pubic bone. To be honest, I haven't tried the lumma yet, so I don't know if it really works. I will then make a review about that. But with most discs, you put your finger here and you pull it down. Some people do it like this instead, but usually I do it like this with a soft cup. So, and then my trick is when you take it out. So when you were putting it, you were doing it like this, right, backwards. And when you're taking it out, it's also, if you do it also like that, so that you're putting this. So before you were pushing it down and back, now you're pushing it up and forward. If you try and do it like this, then by the time it comes out, this is emptying it like this, right? Instead, if you're pushing it like this, what happens is as it comes out, everything will go on top of your hands. So by doing it like this, I personally, maximum it happened to me is I make a few of my fingers dirty, so it's also not like a massacre or anything. And then by the time I take it out, there's not much inside, but I just turn it and empty it. So this is how you do it with the disc. But yeah, in that sense, the cup has an advantage of the disc because you really don't really, make yourself as dirty. So that's the difference between the two. I hope this helps. I hope I didn't forget anything. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with your experiments.